diminished. I wonder if I should get that. Gotta check it out. Hey Sophie, how you doing? Oh, cool. Can do all of them. Universal HV surge protector compatible with AG 3 models. Well, at least it turned on. You're good. There's a saying that I have nothing likes licks. Sometimes when you beat shit, it comes on. But I don't recommend it though. Single base 120. It's not even, doesn't even have one on here. That's weird. Oh, you said, hey Ashley, how you doing? My brother ordered the part. It's the clutch, and it will be here in 3 days. There you go. Yeah, I got number 3 in the cards. Yeah. So there you go. See, spirit can be right, you know. That's good. Well, I'm glad it's not going to take that long. That's good. I can only take so much credit. I read the cards, but I only get the answers from spirit. So I don't like to sit here and glaze myself because I know I can't do it without them. And they're the ones who give me the answers. I can't see the future, but they can. So you can thank them and you can thank me. That's fine. But I can't take full credit because spirit be like, yo, what about me, bruh? They were like, I'll be like, okay, spirit was helping me. My bad. We work together. That's the way it's gotta be. Yeah, I got a donation. Yeah, I got it, Ashley. You can ask your question when you're ready. Thanks. Tapper's friend. Sporting animal. Actually, shit. I just remembered something. Give me 1 second. I gotta find those papers for that too. Shit. What the hell was I gonna do just now? Damn it. I hate when I forget shit. Damn it, I just had a brain fart. I was just thinking about doing something and I totally forgot. What the hell was I gonna do? I was gonna do something just now. Shit. I totally forgot. Damn it. I'm telling you, that's the best news I got all week is the hurricane's not coming here. Thank God. Well, I asked my cards and I asked Spirit if we're gonna be affected by it, like in a bad way, and it said no. It says we're gonna be fine. And it says Thursday we're supposed to get 30 to 40 mile an hour winds, which ain't nothing really. That's like a regular bullshit type of day, so that's cool. I'd rather get 30 to 40 than get 140. Hell no. And with 30 to 40 mile an hour winds, I don't really have to pack up anything. It's just like a normal shit for us. So I don't really have to pack up anything or put up hurricane shit. I don't have to go to my mom's house and do stuff because where my mom lives is on the north and where I live is the south and it's coming from the south. So I'm going to get more of the wind than she is. So that's good. So it's supposed to come here Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and it's supposed to be 30 to 40 mile an hour as of right now. So that's nothing really. That's the outer bands or whatever. But it's going closer to the United States than it is to us. So looks like the coast, like the Outer Banks and North Carolina, is gonna get. They're gonna get like some wind and rain and shit, but waves and stuff. But right now it's 125 miles an hour, Category 3, and it's going near Bahamas, but it's not gonna affect it too much. Hey Tanya, how you doing? All right, so you said any advice from Spirit about this relationship with Tay? All right, let me check. Yeah, it was 165 at one point. Now it's going down 40 miles an hour, thank God. But it's slowing down a bit, which I don't like. I wish it would go faster, but so that way it can go away faster. But apparently it's supposed to speed up as it comes towards Bermuda and just dash away. I'm like, good, go away. Leave me alone. I've been praying like crazy for that thing to leave us alone. The last thing I need is a hurricane here, man. I need a break. I'm sick and tired of fucking hurricanes, man. Piss me off. So thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you guys for praying. I appreciate it. But we're not out of the woods yet. I'll believe it on Thursday night when it's gone. I'll believe it for real. But I do believe, but I'll be like, everybody's prediction came true, even the Weather Channel. Because those things, they can move overnight. Overnight, it gained, 60 miles an hour or more overnight. It turned into a monster. And that thing can turn like that real quick. It's what happened to us years ago. It was coming towards us, and then it just went like that. And it said, yeah, I like Bermuda. Let me stop here real quick. So that's why you can't trust all the like weather shit, and hurricanes can move. Those things have a mind of their own, but anything can happen. So I'm praying that it doesn't hit anybody, especially me. And I pray that it goes away and just when it leaves Bermuda, I hope it just goes into the ocean and just dies and leaves everybody alone. I know that's like fucking nuts. Yeah, see, a tornado is even worse. That shit's crazy. I've seen tornadoes fuck shit up. We've had tornadoes here too. There's a bunch of them inside the hurricanes, and it destroys shit into pieces. I'm gonna see if I can take a picture of this house. It's still destroyed. They never fixed the house. It's still destroyed from a tornado. it's still like messed up. I drive across it every day. I'm gonna take a picture of it and show you guys. And like we literally ripped the walls right out of the house. Yeah, yeah. There's pure tornadoes here, yeah. Like you know how you have like the house is like this, right? It's like a a house, and then like basically you can see inside the house. It's like the window is open, like the whole wall is gone. Like the whole wall just went like this and just took off. And you can see in the person's house. And all you see is the walls and shit. It's still like that from like I think it was like 6 years ago. It's still the same. They have never fixed it. They live in the other side of the house, and the other side, the high part of the house, got engulfed by a tornado. Yep. I'll take a picture of it and show you guys. It's still the same. The government tried to help them to fix it, but they used the money to fix the old part, the roof and stuff. So the government only helped them fix the roof, but they can't, put the house together. And they didn't have no house insurance. So the house just opened. When you look at it, you're like, what the hell is these people doing? It literally took like two walls out. So you'll actually, like, they can't even use that side of the house. I'm going to take a picture of it, show you guys. You're going to be like, what the fuck? Yep. I've lived through a lot of hurricanes. I'm blessed to be alive, to be honest, because the first hurricane at this house, we had no protection. We didn't even think about it at the time. And when that hurricane hit here, oh my God. I honestly, I cried. I thought I was going to die. I literally saw water come through my windows, and I was like crying. I said, I'm going to fucking die. I know I am. And I'm up high, like it was my first hurricane up here. It was like probably 13 years ago. And we had back-to-back hurricanes within 6 days. And honestly, I didn't know what to do. I was so scared. That was the scariest I've ever been, where I thought I was going to die. That shit was crazy. The windows were literally breathing. Like, do you see that window right there? You see how you lock it in the middle, right? It was going like this, like that. It was the window was literally breathing. It was locked, and it was literally like that. And the water was coming through the window like that. Like somebody had a hose outside. It was just squirting the water inside my apartment. I was going nuts. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why the fuck is this happening? Like, please, God. I was praying like a motherfucker. I said, I'm praying for my sins. I'm paying for my sins right now. And then it sounded like a freight train outside. Like the wind was like, you heard that shit for like 9 hours straight. That's all you heard. And it's like, you don't even know what to do. You're like, I can't go anywhere. I'm trapped. It's like prison. You can't even open up a door or a window, or else shit's gonna just go berserk. And I just sat on my bed and just started crying for like 10 minutes. And I was like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, this is just some whack ass shit. Why the fuck did they buy this house? Why the fuck am I living here? Like, why? I need to get the fuck out of here. And I'm usually like a very positive like person, but like 13 years ago I wasn't really like into like really spirituality, and I wasn't really like a firm believer like that, But I tell you one thing, after that day, I said to myself, we need to get some protection for this house, because I ain't gonna do that shit again. Hell no. And since then, it's been a lot better because we got all this protection for the house. So all the windows, I got, shutters, and got, hurricane proof shit on it. We're well prepared now. So when we got a hurricane, it's not that bad for us anymore, because we got hurricane protection. So we're good. But that day was probably one of the worst days of my life. I was scared for my life. I couldn't believe it. And when I went outside, I was like, oh my God. everything was gone. Like trees were gone, shit was broken, everything was fucked up. All my neighbors were outside. Are you okay? Are you guys okay? And we're like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm just kind of shooken up. That's the worst hurricane I ever experienced in my life. And they were like, oh, I know. I thought we were gonna die. Do you have a chainsaw? Because the tree is blocking my house and we can't get out. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get a chainsaw. I'm like, fuck, that's the last thing on my mind. I'm trying to figure out if I'm alive or it's a dream. Let me tell you, but that day I was like, no way in hell. I was like, I can't believe this shit. But after that hurricane, we got a generator, we got protection, and my brother-in-law, he's rich, so he spent like at least 40, like 30 to $40,000 on a generator, hurricane protection, all this shit for the house. He spent like 30, $40,000 on hurricane shit. And thank God he did, because now we're benefited off of it. But he had the money to do it. See, he was the rich one, so all I did was put it all up. So now that me and my sister have the house after the divorce, we still have everything and everything. The generator got zapped on Wednesday from the storm, from the lightning. But now that we don't need the generator because the electricity is not going to go out now because we're not going to get a hurricane, so we're good. But the part that I ordered, it comes in tomorrow, and then I should get it in Bermuda by Wednesday, latest on Thursday. So I'll get my friend to fix it up, and then we're good to go. So, and we had another lightning and thunderstorm again this morning, but it wasn't that bad. It lasted maybe a half an hour, but it didn't really affect us. I unplugged every damn thing. I was like, you ain't getting me again. Hell no. I went to my panel, turned everything off, unplugged shit. And as soon as it stopped raining and stopped thundering and lightning, I turned everything back on. I said, you ain't zapping me again. Fuck that. Because if you unplug shit, it can't zap it, right? So it's a pain in the ass. All right, so Ashley, I got in the next 2 weeks. It looks like between you and Tay is going to be good. I see things improving in the next 7 days to 14 days. So from now to the end of the month, I see things getting better between you and him. The main thing I see here is like there has to be some type of negotiation between both of you. Like you got to negotiate each other's time, feelings. I don't know if that's the right word, but like maybe like, talk it out like I told you last time. I feel like he might feel like it's a challenge and an obstacle that he has to overcome because he feels like you're too much to yourself. Because I got the Page of Swords, and that the Page of Swords in my deck is a woman holding a sword right next to her heart, like, don't you dare come near me, because I'm gonna slice you, like, So he thinks you're I don't know if standoffish is the word, or just quiet, or just like unknown. Like he doesn't really feel like you're putting in, any emotional effort, or like saying too much. You might be quiet, you might not say too much, you might talk speak when spoken to, type of thing. Because the Page of Swords is usually a person that they have to adapt to whatever is going on at the time, and then they will just be quiet, or they might be talkative, or they might just like feel like they don't know what to say. Right? To me, that's what it means in the way it's laid out here. But at the end, I got the Chariot, which means that the more effort you guys put into each other, the better it's going to be. But don't rush into any decisions. Go on this journey together. Like try and always be together and not have any conflicts or anything like that. But I see good stuff here. It's nothing bad. I don't get no reverse cards, no nothing. What's your zodiac sign? Because I got a lot of swords here. I got Queen of Swords, Page of Swords. I got Seven of Wands and the Chariot. So that to me tells me in the next 2 weeks things are gonna get better than what it is right now. Taurus and Taurus. Good luck. No wonder you're quiet. I know a lot of Taurus people that are quiet. They don't really say too much. They only speak when spoken to, or they're like quiet, and then when they're ready, when they're ready to, like, speak, they're fun. They can talk a lot, but they have to be in the mood, and they're like kind of like, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, cool. Well, all right, bye. And then when they're in the mood, they'll be like talking your ear off and be like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, have a great time. Thanks so much. Okay, cool. Yeah, have a nice day. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So maybe that's probably why. Well, there you go. Because that's what a Taurus is to me. A Taurus is always like, because one of my best friends is a Taurus. There's some days we talk all day, all damn night, and there's some days where it's like I gotta like pull a conversation out of him because he's worried too much. Tauruses worry a lot. See, they worry a lot about what they're gonna do tomorrow, what they're gonna do the next day, what the future holds for next week. They worry too much about what's coming next, and they instead of living their life. And in relationships, they can be like, a pain in the ass to deal with because they want somebody to take control. But when they take control and it doesn't work, then they get like frustrated and be like, what the hell, man? You know? So, Ashley, I would say it looks good though. It looks like you guys are gonna be doing good in the next 2 weeks because I got all positive cards here. So I would say that, I think things in his life are going better and he might be talking to you more, or he might, talk to you about things that interest you guys. If his mother is a big influence on him, I would say this Queen of Swords is his mother. But if you are close to your mother, it could be your mother influencing you, but in a good way. It's not a bad way. I don't get bad influences here. But this Queen of Swords, okay, well, yeah, if he lives with her, then I would say that like she's a part of his life. So, a significant part of his life. And if she's like alone and doesn't have a husband, or she's a widow or something like that, then he's more catering. He's more of a caterer to her than anybody else. So it's like he's got to deal with more. Oh, well, there you go, Queen of Swords, Aquarius. That's why I asked who's these swords people. But now I know if she's the Queen of Swords, she's an Aquarius. So, and it's usually a woman that's very smart, gives good advice. They're very, they're a woman that can be sad at times when they lose the person that they're attached to, but they're also somebody who likes to be separated and alone from people at the same time. And then they have their perceptive and intense ways about them too. So, but I feel like she's a good influence in his life. Sophie said, "Who are the talkative signs?" Gemini, guaranteed. They talk a lot. Aquariuses can be very talkative. I talk a lot. I talk my ass off on here, but that's me though. You know, I like to talk a lot because I have a lot to say. I like to be entertaining and talk a lot. I have a lot. I can talk about shit all day, really. But when I'm tired, I don't feel like talking no more. I just want to say, shut the fuck up and go away. You know. But yeah. You're welcome, Ashley. No problem. So I would say things are gonna get. That's the best cards I've gotten for you and him so far. So if things are kind of quiet right now, it looks like things are gonna speed up a bit in the next 2 weeks. Feels like things will get better. Maybe his mother's influence him. Say, hey, look, talk to the damn girl. If you like her, like say more things to her. Invite her to the house, or go do things with her. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Maybe that's the case too. Maybe his mother's probably influencing him to be with you more or hang out with you more, or oh, don't worry about me. I'm good. You go do your thing. You go hang out with Ashley and leave me alone. I'm fine. So maybe that's the case too. So maybe that's it. I'm just assuming, by what I'm looking at in the cards. That could be the case. Hey, Rudy, how you feeling? You good? Tanya, I got your donation too. Thank you. And you can ask me whatever you need. You're in pain, but you're listening. That's good. As long as you're not a pain in the ass. I have too many of those. Well, you got us. Hang out with your boy. Has any of your children come to see you? Or are they allowed to? Okay, cool. That's cool now. At least your family's coming to see you. Okay, cool. That's nice. I'm glad they care and they come and see you. That's good. See, you're all right then. But I know it's yeah. You can always hang out with me and us. Hang out with your boy, Marky. It's been a good day today. The energy's been really good. I actually feel better overall from the energy. The energy is like super good the last 2 days. I'm like happy as shit that the energy is better now. Even though there's still stupid people around me and stupid shit, I'm just glad I'm just glad that the energy's better. I just feel better all around. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. I just had to check some. Rudy, no, I didn't cook. My mom cooked lunch for me. I had pork tenderloin, corn, and pasta. And for dinner, my sister cooked. She cooked steak, rice, broccoli, and mushrooms. My two women cooked for me today, my mom and my sister. My two favorite women. They're the only ones who cook for me anyway. So yeah, I had a good day. I didn't have to cook at all. They cooked for me. About damn time. They'll be like, hey. So yeah, I had two good meals, and my mom and my sister cooked, so I'm good. Yeah, I'm blessed. All right, Tanya, you said I'd like an energy check this week. I have a lot of things going on. I'm trying to juggle my job, Phil's truck, and all this stuff to be thrown in the garbage, donated, or in storage. I didn't meet my goal, but I got a lot done, if that makes sense. Well, it's all right. Sometimes we set our goals too high, but at least you got shit done. That's all that matters. King Mustafa. I ain't heard that one in a long time. I felt like a king today. I got catered to for once. About damn time. About damn time you women cook for me. I'm always cooking for all of you damn women. Now my mom cooks all the time, but my sister, she barely cooks. I do all the damn cooking. So that was good. It was good. Both meals were good. I had a good time. I can't wait 2 more weeks and I get to eat lobster. Lobster season starts September 1st. Hallelujah. September 1st is Monday, on a Monday too. Oh, good Lord. I can't wait. Yeah. Can't wait to eat that fresh lobster. Nice and fresh. Yeah. Holla at your boy. Yeah. It was a special Sunday. All right, Tanya, let's check. What do you see? Hey, Tanya, did Phil call you his pumpkin? Did he said, "Hey, pumpkin"? My friends laugh when I tell people that some guys call their woman pumpkin. Hey, pumpkin. Hey, Pookie. Hey, babe. Hey, Maria, how you doing? For sure. September 1st, you gotta be out. Yeah, I remember you telling me. One of my friends used to call his girlfriend Pookie. I used to fucking laugh like shit. And then everybody calls that girl babe, not me. Fuck that shit. All right. Tanya, you here with me? Because I laid out the cards and it's all good. He never called you pumpkin? Okay, good. I just had that in my mind because we were talking about it today, right? Because it's my my brother-in-law, the oldest one. He's my honey bumpkins. Okay, good. Oh, honey bumpkins is almost the same, but he calls my sister Sweets. He goes, "Hey, Sweets," and we start fucking dying, right? Because they went away today. They went away last night to Italy, and I always say, "Hey, Sweets, we're going to Italy today." So I make fun of my old brother, my older brother-in-law, right? Because he talks to me. He never calls my sister by her name. He says, "Hey, Sweets." I'm like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about, Sweets? Who the fuck calls their wife Sweets?" Right? I'd rather be called Honey Bumpkins. So then we said, yeah. I said, I'm gonna find out if anybody calls their wife Pumpkin or Babe or whatever. So I said, let me ask. I'm gonna say, my friend Tanya said her late husband called her Honey Bumpkins, and they'll probably have a good laugh. All right, but the good news is, Tanya, this coming week everything's gonna go according to plan. Everything will be fine. All right. You're going to be able to resolve the issues, the problems. You're going to come to a conclusion. If you have any women friends, or if women are helping you, or another woman or something is helping you, then there's going to be some type of compromise or some type of friendship that you have with a woman, and they'll help you with things if you need help. Could be two women, could be three women, or it could be just another woman that helps you do things. So if you ask for help, or if a woman might say, "Oh, what are you doing?" Tanya, be like, "Oh, I'm trying to move out." They're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna help you. No worries. I got your back. I can help you, or I can do things for you." So your women friends are gonna come through for you this week. So if you need help and you're kind of like saying, "I don't know if I should ask, my friend so and so if they need something or they want something, or if I should give this to them, or I don't know if they're gonna help me or not, or whatever." then don't don't hold back. If you really need help from one of your women friends, they will definitely help you, even if it's more than one person, right? So that's the good thing. You are gonna get help from any woman, right? Okay, cool. So then this Julie person is gonna really help you a lot. Your women friends are gonna help you. Okay. So if you was wondering if she's actually going to help you, I'm getting a yes. They're going to help you. So don't doubt that they're not. They will help you, and you might even get extra help from another woman. So it might not just be Julie. It might be Julie. It might be whoever. Beverly, Margaret, Marianne, Mary JoJo, whoever. It might be a bunch of women that come and help you. So it might be her and a few others. So whoever talks to you and they say, "Oh, well, you need help, Tanya? Oh, sure, we'll come and help you, sweetheart." So your friends might come through for you. Anyway, that's what I see most significant that can happen. Okay, and that's gonna bring you like joy and happiness and shit like that. Right. So it could be like a woman, even if it's just Julie, right? It could be her, and then she brings a friend and says, "Hey, Tanya, you mind if I bring a friend to help us or to take shit or whatever?" So it could be that too, right? But either way, you're gonna get help from a woman. So Julie is definitely gonna help you. All right, so let's move on to what else I see. I know you said that you didn't meet your goal, but you will. Okay, everything's going to, the outlook of everything looks very hopeful. Whatever your expectations are, they're going to be very favorable. Everything's going to go according to plan. You might even have an old friend that reunites with you when they find out that you're leaving, and you're leaving your house and you need help, or you need to be somewhere, or you're going to be in your camper and all that stuff. Somebody might be like, "Hey, I know a place," or if you want to come here or whatever. I feel like you're gonna get help from your friends, especially it might be somebody that you've known for a very long time that comes back into your life, or if you've known Julie for a long time, this could be her, right? So either way, you're gonna get help to do the things that you need to do. Everything's gonna work out. Then I got a young man here that is very brave. He knows what he's doing. He looks like he's going to sort out some stuff for you as well. So whatever a younger man is going to help you or do stuff for you, this person is going to rush in and get stuff done. He's going to make sure. So whoever you got lined up, if it's a young person, a young man that you're dealing with, someone younger than you, doesn't have to be extremely younger, but um, this young man is definitely going to help you as well, right? You have Jake helping. Okay, cool. So Jake is going to come there too, right? So I get women, a man. I get you. I get that you're going to get help. So I don't know if you're like some. I don't know if you're the type of person that accepts help or doesn't want help, or like will like doesn't really want to ask for help. But I feel like you don't even have to ask. You're just gonna get help because that's how it's gonna be, right? If you're waiting for yeah, exactly, right. I totally get you on that, but it's not going to be anybody like that because I don't get bad energy help. You see what I mean? So don't put that out there, okay? But I understand what you mean. I'm the same way. I'm not going to take no help from some creep or some weirdo, or some hoe that wants some D in return, you know. But yeah, I understand what you mean. But yes, please do, right? And even if this isn't somebody you don't know, the people that are gonna come, if you're wondering if Jake and Julie are gonna come, they are. So this is saying you're definitely gonna get help from people, right? Now the last thing I see here is if you're waiting for telephone calls, emails, forms of communication, you're gonna get all positive communication. It's all gonna go according to plan. Now, I'm not telling you this to ease your mind or make you feel like everything's gonna, because I know you worry a lot, right? And I'm here to tell you right now, you have nothing to worry about. Your move, everything you're gonna do for the house, everything's gonna go according to plan. Everything's gonna be perfect. Everything's gonna work out. Nothing's gonna go bad. The move is gonna go fine. If you're waiting for messages, you're waiting for emails, you're waiting for phone calls, those are all gonna happen. It's gonna make you feel happy. It's gonna make you feel, everything's gonna be fine. Because I got you handling all the matters, you enjoying your time getting this stuff all done, and you're gonna be happy at the end of the month when it's all finished. You're gonna be like, thank God it all went according to plan. Thanks, Phil, in spirit. Thank my friends, everything, the movers, whoever you got coming to that house to do shit is all gonna work out for you. Because I got all positive things. I have no negative shit here at all. Nothing. I actually get you like celebrating in the end and saying, thank God this shit all got done according to plan, you know? And you're gonna get some really positive feedback, information, positive communication with people that you need to communicate with. I don't see anything bad here. But if you think bad and you worry, then that's gonna be a chance of that diverting itself into that. So I want you to stay very positive. I want you to stay very optimistic, and I want you to say, like I always teach you, right? Like how you just said, I will definitely keep my eyes out and be open minded. That's what I want. Remember, we have to change your mentality, right? So, an ad came. Yeah, I forgot to turn them off. My bad. Sometimes I just click, and then I just realize that the fucking ads on there. All right, did you get everything that I said? But either way, it's all positive, and I want to keep it that way. I got all positive stuff for you, nothing bad at all. So you know, the energy that I see here for this week, right, is all good stuff. The last thing I said before that ad probably was the communication. You're going to get a lot of good communication. Whoever you're waiting for communication from, like emails, texts, phone calls, they're all going to be like the good news, good things. They're going to be all yes, no nos. It's going to be yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, we're going to do it. Yes, we'll be there tomorrow. Yes, the appointment is still on. There's no delays, no nothing. Everything is going to work out in your favor. So I see you being very happy with everything that happens this week. This week's going to be a very positive, good week and beyond. Yeah. Yep. Yep. See? Just to confirm, because you know how Marky is, you know how Spirit is, and I actually worry about you all the time. Not in a bad way, but I always, have to make sure my widows are doing good, because I can't be there physically. I have to be there, spiritually and mentally for you, So I would say that I asked if your overall move is good. I mean, like you getting out of there before September 1st is gonna happen, and will it be okay? I got all positive things. I got a Chariot, Page of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. So that tells me a yes, that you're gonna get everything you need to get done before September 1st, and come September 1st, you'll be happy, and you'll be able to let everything's gonna work its way out. So now I need you to understand that as long as you do your part, Spirit's going to do theirs, and everybody else that you hire or you have to deal with, it's all going to work out. It's all going to be fine. Because I have gotten no reverse cards here and no bad cards here. It's all telling me, yes, you're going to be totally fine. And I know you are tenacious, and I know that when you want something, you get it, and you deserve it. Now your bad luck is gone. I'm telling you. And I firmly believe that, because if I'm getting all this positive shit here, that's telling me that everything is going to work out perfectly fine. Right, exactly. And you've already started way before this anyway. But now, like, it's an actual reality, which is great. Yeah, stay the course. Let divine timing do its thing. Let Phil do his thing. Remember, you got your brother Sky helping you. You got people helping you in spirit every day. I want you to keep remembering that. And I want you to remember that the people that are going to come to that house and do shit and help you with shit, they're all going to work out. Everything's going to be okay. Like, I don't get no bad shit. I don't even get one bad thing here. It's all positive, you know? Yeah, well, there you go. See? And it looks like if you need help, there's going to be somebody to help. So either way, it looks like you're going to get help from someone that will help you. So that's like the best thing. That's the good part. Is I feel like, by looking at the cards, everything looks so positive. So it looks like you already have everything organized and looks like everything's gonna work out. Yeah, for sure. But I just want you to remain positive, and if you do, then all these positive things I just read is actually going to happen. You know what I mean? And I firmly believe that. And I believe that Phil, Sky, and everybody in your spirit, team is gonna help you no matter what, for sure. Because I even feel good about it, you know. So I don't think anything bad is gonna happen. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Not after what all the cards I saw. So it looks good. And plus, you deserve it anyway. You deserve some good shit. We all do. All right. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. And I'll after I finish Maria's question and Brian's question, I'll give you some oracles because I got this. I bring this deck from upstairs, and I'll give you some more oracles. And after I deal with these guys, when I have time. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. I want to give you some oracles. Yeah. All right. Let me just answer these two, and then I'll come back to you. All right, Maria, pain in the ass. I see you donated. I know you can't resist. And you wrote me a paragraph. Brian, thanks for the super chat. I'll get to your question after Maria. All right, let me check. All right, Brian. This is the card of the day. Chariot. All right, so what I get this week, Maria, is a lot of work from Walter. Walter's going to be working very hard. Looks like you also are going to be working as well. But I don't see you guys really seeing each other that much this week because of work and because of like he has to put a lot of personal effort into work, a lot of commitments, a lot of, he has to use his ability. He has to use his like, this job is going to make him very busy and he's probably going to be very tired. And he might see you very minimum time. And this might piss you off and it might make you mad. But you got to understand that he's got a big job to do and he probably won't be able to see you that much because I don't even get you guys in the cards together like I usually do. What I get is him putting in a lot of effort into his work, into his job, into like, so he doesn't have any turmoil and any type of like, bad shit happen. And I get that. I also see like him having like no luck to see you, like, like he won't have too much time this week. This week doesn't look like a very good week for you guys to hang out with each other. And that's what spirit wants you to understand, that this might be a week where you're not going to see him and have a lot of time with him, because his time is totally dedicated to his job. Well, if you told him you totally understand, you got to prove it. Don't aggravate him and say, "Oh, you didn't see me this week." Nah, nah, nah. You know, don't be a nuisance. And I already told you don't do that anyway. Let the man work. And whenever he can see you, he can see you, but don't aggravate him. And I see you not being happy about it, but you're gonna have to get over it. Man's gotta work. Leave him alone. But I'm getting that you will see each other tomorrow. It's telling me you guys will see each other and you might hang out very briefly, but that's about it. But it looks good though. You guys will see each other, but not like, be cuddling that night and hanging out and sleeping over. I highly doubt that. I don't get that this week, but anything can change, you know what I mean? But tomorrow it looks like you will see him face to face and you will talk to him. But yeah, short dates, maybe like little, couple minutes, maybe lunch break or something like that. You might see him. But I don't get you guys really spending a lot of time together this week. I don't get that. And it's because he's very exhausted and he has too much pressure. Yeah, but I do see you guys seeing each other tomorrow and during the week. But like I said, maybe for lunch breaks and maybe for like brief periods of time. But no hanging out time. Nothing like too long. All right. All right, let me take care of Brian before he goes back to work, and then I'll give you guys both some cards afterwards. All right, what's going to happen on Wednesday with this planned musical jam session? All right, Brian, let me check. Well, it looks like you are going to be okay, but there might be people around you that are not going to be okay. Like it shows me that one man is going to be happy to do what he's doing, but the people around him might not be as happy as he is. So this could be you being happy with the musical jam, this whole musical thing. Like you'll be okay with it and you'll be doing your thing, but some people around you or some people there might not be as happy as you are. I don't know if you're like the person who's organizing or you're the person who's like the main person or whatever, but it looks like you'll be okay. But there's going to be like a couple people around that are not exactly going to enjoy themselves, or they might be selfish, or they might just not feel the vibe like you do. This could be like people that are not really that much of, if you're like depending on your friends to be there and support you, it might be some fake friends that are going to say, yeah, I'm coming, and they don't. But I feel like overall you'll be okay and you'll be like happy with whatever happens, due to like you being active and determined to make certain things work. But you might be upset that certain people didn't come or don't come. So if you're like banking on people to come to this thing, there might be a few people that say they're coming and they don't. You might get upset about it, or these people might say they're coming and they don't, and then you're like, what the hell, you know? But overall, it seems like you will be happy yourself, or you'll be satisfied with whatever happens in your own like way, or your own feelings about the whole night. But if you're like depending on others to step up and help or step up and be there or whatever, then I think I saw that the other night too, that certain people might not come and some people are. But if you don't get upset about people not coming and you actually enjoy yourself there, you personally, I feel like you're going to be okay yourself. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what the cards tell me, that you will be okay, but you might be upset that people don't come or certain people don't show up or something like that. But it seems like you yourself will be fine. Yeah. It might not be as successful of a music thing as you expect it to be, but it still looks like I keep getting a one man being okay, but it not going according to what they really want or really what they plan. You're saying what's gonna happen on Wednesday with this planned music jam session. So it looks like you're gonna be okay with it, but some people won't be. And sometimes if you're okay with it, that's all that matters. Who gives a shit what anybody else feels? But I don't know. It seems like you're gonna be okay, but people around you might not be. Well, Maria, you can't always see the guy every day. You're not living with him, and you're not in like a that type of relationship. So if you're not that way, then you have to live that way and just understand that that's the way it's gonna be. And if you try to, make that happen without him wanting it to happen like that, then it can cause problems. Sometimes you just gotta let shit pan out. And sometimes it's not good to be around each other all the time like that. You know, it's nice to have a break. It makes the love stronger sometimes because you're not up each other's ass all day. Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to remind you that it's okay. You have to remember one thing, and I'm going to keep reminding you that remember, it's better now. You and him are better now than you ever have been. True or false? And that's what you have to understand. It's like it's not worse, it's better than it was ever, right? So I want you to be positive for in that way and don't be a pain in the ass. I'll give you some love cards and then I'm going to give Tanya a couple oracle cards. Yes, I'm going to give it to you now. Damn impatient woman. Pain in the ass. See, you want too damn much. That's why Walter feels that way. He's like, this damn woman wants too fucking much. Demanding ass woman. I feel sorry for that guy. Tell him I got a bottle of Tylenol for him. See, look, I'm sorry I couldn't do right by you. See, he's sorry he can't see you a lot this week or this weekend. He feels sorry because you're a crybaby. I'm sorry, woman, I can't. I'm got a lot of shit to do. But Walter, I want some D. Look, woman, I'm sorry, I can't see your ass. Okay, all right. Then I got I never forgotten you, even though you think I have. See, you're like you probably think so. Yeah, he forgot me. He don't care about me. He's with his friends. He's tired. Blah blah blah. See, he wants you to know he's not forgetting you. You know. Oh shit! This is the perfect card. Look, your intensity frightens and allures me all at the same time. See, I know how you feel, Walter. See, that card came out for a reason. Hey Fiona, how you been? See, look, your intensity frightens and allures me all at the same time. See, just like I tell you. And then on the bottom it says, "We will be together again." See, you're too intense, too much of a fucking pain in the ass. And I tell you, don't be a pain in the ass, but you don't listen. You don't listen to me and Walter. Now, how many teasing, Maria? You know how many teasing. But yeah, don't be so intense. Take it easy. Let it all pan out. Don't be a nuisance. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? No, Dan's not here yet, but it is his birthday, yes. Happy birthday to Dan. He's probably having cake with the wife, a good steak. I hope he had it. I hope he has a really good birthday. And I hope he comes by and says hello. But if not, I understand it's his birthday. All right, Maria. Good. Don't ask to see him. Just let shit happen. Yes, Papi Chulo. Yes. Fucking Papi Chulo. Damn it. Marky Chulo. All right, Tanya. Yeah, he's going to be a bad boy today. And I actually hope he's having a great time. I really do. I hope he has the best birthday ever. All right, Tanya, I'm going to pull you some Oracle cards. All right, so your first card says, "What message am I delivering to the people I love?" And on the back it says, "I deliver truth and I love everyone around me. I use the word with impeccability to deliver my message, to deliver myself because I am the message." And remember earlier, I told you that you are going to get some messages from people that are going to make you happy. So this just confirms what Spirit said. So people that you're going to get messages from people you love and that cares about you, and they're going to like help you and make sure they're going to, it can even be like Spirit helping you. They're going to show you like messages, give you like these signs and shit, and you're going to be like, no way. All right, I'm going to give you one of my favorite Spirit messages. It's a lot to read, but I'll do it for you. It's postcards from Spirit. This is one of my favorites. I'll give you one of these. It's a lot to read, but I'll read it for you. It's like reading Maria's paragraph she sends me on PayPal. All right. This is for... I'll try to get this message from Phil. I'm going to ask Phil to come through now and give me a postcard from him to you. How about that? I'm going to try and do that. Actually, I ain't going to try. I know I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk to Phil right now and see if I can get a message from him to you that he wants you to know through this postcard. Okay. All right. This is the postcard. And it says on the bottom here, with love. All right. It says, Dear Tanya, check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind actions you plan on taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. Is the source of your motivation desire or entitlement? Maybe you're drawn to a certain path because you think it will bring you a feeling related to the outcome you seek, like safety or wholeness. Know that you will see a reflection in the outer world of the motive that drives you forward. Do you need a motive? Can you simply be pulled into the direction your soul calls you towards joy, discover growth, or adventure participating in something compelling and meaningful without trying to define it? If you can step forward, surrender to whatever spirit has in store for you, you will be amazed at how things turn out. Check your motives, then hand them over to spirit. Everybody here wants the best for you. Life loves you more than you know. This just confirmed the reading I just gave you earlier about how spirit is helping you, get things organized and have the outcome, the end game, and everything, and your motives. Your motive is to make everything happen, right? Your motive is to your goal is to make everything happen. So here it is. It's just telling me the same shit, you know? But you're doing what this message says. So this just confirms what you do really, what you're doing right now. Correct? You know? So you've done everything you want to do. You've done everything what you need to. Well, you've done things that you need to do. And now, like I told you earlier, Phil, Sky, all your team and spirit, they're all gonna make sure that everything pans out and goes the way it's supposed to. You see what I'm saying? So that's perfect. Can't get better than that. Amen. It's just giving me the same messages through the oracles. The oracles are telling me the same things the tarot cards did. And you were saying that you want to get help from people you trust. And the first oracle said that, if you trust the person, you'll take the help and you deliver the truth. Your message is, I want only true people around me because I'm tired of the bullshit, And that's what the first message already said, Well, there you go. I asked him to come through for that postcard. So he's pretty much saying, I know what you're up to. I know what you're doing, and I'm totally okay with it. And I'm going to tell you through the postcard that I'm totally okay with it more than you even know. And even when I used to tap into his energy for you back then, he used to always say, look, tell her I don't give a shit about none of that stuff that's there. She can do whatever she wants with it. And he was in the closet saying, look, see all this shit? She can get rid of all this shit. I won't be offended. Tell her she's got to do what she's got to do. He's so okay with everything. I never heard him say in spirit oh yeah, she fucked this up, or I can't believe she got rid of it. None of that shit. He's totally okay with everything. He's totally okay with like your decisions. So that's good. Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. And you said, what does my cancer neighbor think about me? A guy. Ooh. Let's see. No problem, Tanya. You know I got your back, and you can ask me for a message anytime. You know that. I always got time for you, and I always wish you the best. I just remember me and bro, we're proud of you because we know how far you've come, and we always tell you that. Everything's gonna be all right. We're good to go. I have faith. Everything's gonna change. The energy is already changed in the last 2 days. It's already changed in positive ways. So I'm glad. Yes, Fiona. All right, Marilyn, let me check. Oh, he did? Oh, cool. So I know you got so excited then. Oh. All right. So your neighbor, Marilyn, thinks that you are a Queen of Pentacles, which is a person that he thinks that is extremely comfortable, elegant, good looking, kind, generous. So if you for instance, if you have already interacted with this person and talked to them, this is how they feel, right? Now, if you haven't talked to them or your conversation was limited, they just think that you're like an elegant woman and you look good, and he thinks that this person thinks that you're independent and you have your shit going on, you got it going on, you know. A person when they look at a Queen of Pentacles is a person who has dignity and secure and comfortable and looks magnificent and goes about themselves in a good way. They want to look good. They want to come across as a good person. So, but it seems like they also feel like uh, they feel hopeful that they can connect with you and talk to you and be friends with you. Like they're hopeful for that, but they think that you think that they're a person that might look good or like might look good but not be good. They think that you're judging them in a 50-50 way. Like you might come across as, yeah, whatever, bro, and like I don't care what you say or what you're doing or how you're looking at me. So it all depends on your interaction with this person. So if you've talked to them, that's how they feel. And if you haven't talked to them, then this person just says, okay, I see my neighbor, she's looking good. I wouldn't mind hollering at her, see what she's about. But she might think that I'm a loser because I might not be her type. That's what the person thinks. Their confidence probably isn't that high when they want to speak to you or they think about speaking to you. So I don't know if that is what is the deal. I don't know if you actually talk to this person or whatever, but that's how they feel. She says, interesting. Yeah, I do, Sophie. Yeah, that just got put in my phone last month because my nephews say that they want to know when I'm getting close to where they are to pick them up sometimes, and they want to know if I left the house or not. And I said, I don't want that shit on my phone. And then they're like, no, come on, Mark, please. You know? So yeah, I have it on here. You'll hear it on here sometimes. Yeah. And then when their phone battery is like 10%, it alerts me. I'm like, I don't give a shit if their phone battery is dead. I told them I don't even want that shit on my phone, but they put it on there. And I was like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, I got that crap on here too. But it's good though. I know when they're home. Because when my sister went away and they're in my care, I need to know where they are, just in case. And me too. Yeah. You have talked to him. You like him, kind of. He has ex-wife issues, I think. Yeah, probably. But he looks at you in a good way. He doesn't think you're a bad person. I do get like a past woman that's reversed in his life that was like a not a he doesn't value that person anymore, and that person was like a was not safe to him. So I do get ex issues here, but how he looks at you is totally different. He thinks you're a good person. He thinks you're generous, kind. He thinks you look good. So you come up here upright, but he thinks that you think he's not all that like what he says he is. So if he tells you I do this and I do that, you might not believe it. Because you might look at him and be like, yeah, this guy ain't ready for me. I don't know if you look at him like that, but whatever. But he likes you. He likes you. So he thinks you're the Queen of Pentacles. So when a guy thinks a woman is the Queen of Pentacles, then that's a good thing. He thinks that like the woman is has what they need and don't need them type of thing. Yeah, he might still talk to his ex-wife, but he's fought a lot with them. He's fought a lot with this person, Marilyn. This guy he fights a lot with his ex. So, but it looks like he still talks to her, but like he every time he talks to her, there's a fight. Like he fucks her off or something. So yeah, they're not doing too good. So you're right about that. I don't think he's hung up on her. I just think that they argue about maybe what they're settling or whatever. I don't know. Happy birthday, Dan. Hope you had a good one, brother. I'm glad you came by. I don't get that he likes her I think she made him lose a lot of money. I'm not getting that, but what I'm getting, Marilyn, is that he's tired of being nice to her and she's not nice back. And he argues with her. But I think that if they have children, then he's just there for his children and he don't care about her because she brings him misery and pain and unhappiness. I'm not getting anything about money here, but it could be that. But I'm not going to look too far into it, obviously. But um, I'm getting that he's connected to family stuff, and that's about it. But he doesn't like her or want her back. I'm not getting that. All right, let me catch up with something here. All right. Yeah, Sophie, my sister said the same thing. She has to know her kids' location and where they are and who they're with, which is totally fine. You're welcome, Marilyn. No problem. So, Dan, how was it, brother? How did you have cake, food? Hope you had a good one, man. Yeah, I mean, Fiona, I'm the same way. I don't like to be tracked, and like my nephew said, "Oh, you left just now. You didn't even say anything." And then when I checked where you were at this you were at the gas station. I said, "Yeah, didn't you tell me you needed gas in a container for your bike?" And I told you I was gonna go to the gas station and get gas just in case we need it if the hurricane comes. So that way we all have gas for our car and bike and all that. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, so well, what's the problem? I'm gonna tell you like the minute that I leave. Then you get the notification to say I'm leaving the house. You idiots put this shit on my phone, not me. I said, if I got a choice, I'd delete it. Cause I don't really care for people knowing where. If God's with me, I don't give a shit. God's my brings me to and from home, not no damn app. And if everybody thought like that, you won't need that damn shit. You got a white cake, raspberry filling, and buttercream frosting. Damn, that sounds good. I hope you ate a slice for me. Yeah, me too, so, Fiona. But I only do it because my nephews want me to. I don't really want to you know, I don't want to disappoint them or make them feel like I have something to hide or whatever. But I don't really care anymore. As long as they know, like you said, it could help you, it could save you, it tells you like if something's wrong too. So it's kind of like a beneficial thing to a certain extent. you know you had some buffalo wings and drummies for supper. Nice. And you checked your sugar, and hey, you're on a roll then. Shit. Yes, Sophie, I did. Thanks. That sounds good, Dan. If I had all of that, I'd have heartburn. But as long as everything was okay and you had a good one. I know, right? Shit. Last night was crazy because I went when I left here, it was like almost 1:30 in the morning, right? And I left here last night. And I went straight to bed right after. I took Diamond outside. She went for her pee. I came inside. I went straight upstairs, prayed, and I went straight to bed. And then I never got up during the night at all. And I went to bed like almost 2 o'clock in the morning by the time I got settled in. And when I woke up this morning, I heard the rain, and it said 9:10, and I was like, that clock's got to be wrong. I said, there's no way in hell I slept 7 hours in a row without waking up. That shit's like unheard of. And I'm like, the energy's definitely better now. If I slept 7 hours in a row, that's a fucking miracle. Because I don't remember getting up at all from between 2 and 9. And I couldn't tell you last time I woke up at 9 o'clock. That was like a miracle. Usually I'm up like no matter what time I go to bed, I get up like 6:37. And I probably don't really go to back to sleep unless I'm super tired. But yeah, it was crazy how that happened. I was like, I woke up, looked at the clock, it said 10 minutes after 9. I'm like, no way. Then I got up and I was like, oh shit, Diamond. So I went downstairs and she was already at the door, ready to go outside. So I'm like, good. Thank God she didn't pee down here. But she went to bed the same time as me. So, but yeah, I slept really good last night. It was nice. All right, Sophie, let me see what's going on here. I don't understand this question. What this is asking for if she will qualify. She will qualify. Child. What? I don't understand this question or how you want me to ask it. That don't make no sense to me. Will they qualify for a name? Their parent passed away and they want to know if they will qualify for Social Security benefits. Oh, okay, because that's not what is written here. It's like totally different. All right, now I understand. I'm getting a no. They're not going to qualify for Social Security benefits, unfortunately. I got to know. It's going to be very difficult for this person to get that. It's going to take time for them to even try to get qualified or to get qualified. They might have to like wait for a lot of things. Like it's very difficult for for this child to get it. Very, very difficult. I'm not getting a yes at all. I'm getting no, like a big no. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of frustration and indecisiveness, and like even if you ask for it, right? Even if she tries to qualify for it or try to get it, they're going to be like, "Oh no, no, no." Like she might have to be a certain age in order to get that. So if she can't get it now, she might be able to get it in the future. You see what I mean? Like there might be an age limit on it. I'm just like speculating or seeing what the cards are telling me, but or it might take like a long time to get it. Like you have to go through all this bullshit to get something out of that at some point. Yeah, I know that's very difficult. Let me check something real quick. I want to know why I got this certain card here. Yeah. I think she has to be at least 9 years old to get it because she's too young now. She's only 7, but I think that she has to be if she doesn't have to be 9 years old to get it, If she has to be 9 years old to get it, then that's when it's going to happen. Or it means that she has to qualify when she's a certain age. I think it's an age thing, is what I'm getting in the cards. That's why I had to check twice. And that's what the answer I got. The answer I got is she has to be a certain age in order to get the benefits. So right now, she doesn't qualify for it because she's not old enough. You have to be a certain age. I think it's either about, it's got to be 9 years old, or at the age, after 9. It has to do something with the number 9. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be when she's older. Like she might be able to apply for it when she's 9 and then see if it happens then. But right now it's telling me no. No, go right ahead. Tanya, if you know more than I do, then fine. I would love to, know. If anybody knows, please butt in because I have no idea how that works. But from what the cards tell me, it says you have to be like a certain age. But I don't. I have no idea. But if you can shed some light on it, sure, go right ahead. Oh, okay. So what did Social Security benefits? Okay. So what do you mean that this person can still get it, or they have to be like a certain thing? Ah. Oh, well, she wants to get insurance, not Social Security. So that's two different things. Because Social Security and insurance are two different things. No, that's fine, Tanya. I'm glad you know more than me. No, that's fine. You can always delete your comments. If you go to your comment, you can put retract your comments. You can get rid of it. Okay, Dan. Dan said you might qualify for understate Medicaid. Yeah, I'm talking about Sophie. Yeah. So Sophie, that might help you. So Tanya knows, Miss Bikini knows more than I do about that stuff. See, there you go. That's why I love Tanya. She knows a lot. See, there you go. But see, those are two different things. No, you're not bugging me at all. I'm so happy you made it. You know more than I do about those things. You guys live out there. I don't. See, it's totally different here. See, here it's separated. There's social insurance, then there's pension, and then there's regular insurance. So if you just ask me if it's social insurance, it's saying no. But now she's saying that she wanted to explain it more. So Social Security Insurance is something totally different again, because here they separate each and every one. Because before, when I first went on my own, it was social insurance, um, pension, right? So you had the social insurance and pension all together. Then they separated it so they could make more money. So now, right? See, I that's why the cards came out the way it is. Yeah. So Sophie, did you get all of that? So Tanya can delete it, and you guys can delete your comments if you want. But to be honest, I don't believe people come back and look at shit anyway. But you know, yeah, she is. She's talking to you. Yeah. So now that you know everything she said, right? So now you know what you got to do, because that's why I always tell you guys you got to be very specific on your questions. So the only way I can answer them is if you tell me exactly, what you're looking for, because these things all mean different shit. It's the same thing, but I tell people you got to ask for like a certain thing. So if you want insurance, if you want to know if you can benefit off some insurance, I'm sure you can, you know? Exactly. I understand totally, Tanya. That's why I'm so grateful that I have my dad and my mom and they weren't deadbeat. No, the card said no for social benefits, social security benefits, but you're asking for insurance. You see what I'm saying? Those are two different things, as far as I know. Let me ask about the insurance. Hold on a sec. Yeah. It's saying that she can get the insurance. It says yes for that. See, Social Security benefits are totally different from insurance benefits. They're two different companies, two different things, as far as I know. So at the end of the day, it says yes, she can get some type of insurance benefit. Yeah. But Social Security benefits, no. But I'm getting, she can get insurance benefits, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Tanya's saying you have to stay on it and you can't back down. You got to like go through it. You got to go through the whole process. Yeah. So, for instance, if her dad, right, that's what I was going to say. So, if her dad was employed before he was passed away, because he was paying for child support anyway. See, so she should be okay. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Everything mean that's why I always tell people you have to be specific. You can't just like, you know, everything's different. Because if you want insurance, that's not social security benefits in my eyes. That's something totally different. Social security is one thing, insurance is something totally different. So so there you go. See. So Tanya knows more about this because she has a daughter too. So she went through this bullshit. So she's basically telling you can get it done, but you have to like really put in the work. So even the cards that I got first, said that it's going to be very difficult. You see what I'm saying? So she might be able, she's going to get, so now let me tell you what I think now that I've pulled all these cards and now that I'm talking about this. So she can probably get social security benefits after the age of 9, or that might take that long, 2 years to get it, right? But she might be able to get the insurance now. Insurance will be now, and social security benefits might be at the age of 9. Or it might take 9 months to get the social security benefits by the time it goes through the paperwork and through all the bullshit. Because if he passed away and he had a pension and he was paying insurance, they can hand that down to the daughter, because that's what they do here. So if a husband dies, the wife gets the benefits, right? So if the wife's not there, it gets handed to the daughter or the next in line or the children. It's just like a will. It's the same shit, you know? So that's what I'm saying. So that's why it's saying it's going to be a task, right? But it's definitely possible. Okay, Maria, enjoy your Sunday, and I wish you a good week. And remember, don't be a pain in the ass. Papi Chulo Marky is here. Besos. Thank you for the besos. I appreciate it. So if she's the only child, that's even more of a reason she'll get it. So there you go. She will get the whole amount. Exactly. Thank you, Tanya. See, now we figured it out. See, what will I do without you, Tanya? I always tell everybody that Tanya helps because she knows she's so knowledgeable with all these things. See, I don't know anything about all this stuff. I know some, but see, I'm in Bermuda, so the law is different from you guys. It's totally different. And everything, every company here, right? Every company here is separated now. So social insurance is one company, pension is another, insurance is another. It's not all together like it used to be. Back when I first started 18 years ago, my business, it was those companies were together, but now it's all separated now, which is annoying. But it's different things, right? Social insurance is one thing, but it's connected to pension. But they don't call it social insurance pension. They call it something. They separate it. They say personal pension, and government pension here is social insurance, right? And then you have regular insurance. Then you have different types of insurances. So for her, it'll be a different insurance because she's gonna benefit off her late father. So if he had, like for instance, if he had a pension with $30,000 in it, if his wife's not alive, then it does, or he wasn't married, then it ain't going to the wife, or it can go to the wife, right? If he left the next of kin is her, so she can still benefit off of the things that all that happened, like you know. Well, even if he worked, right? When he worked, right? It doesn't matter because when you work, you accumulate pension. At least that's how it works here. So over a like 20-year period, he could have accumulated $100,000 worth of pension that comes out of your paycheck, right? I'm not saying maybe it's not that much, but it can be. It all depends on what job you have. So if he's been working all his life and he's like 50 years old, right? Or something like that, right? That would be the situation. You know what I'm saying? That would be like the deal. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Marilyn, yeah, I got the super chat here. I see it. Thank you. I'm just trying to finish up with these guys. I'm gonna answer you now, okay? You said, should I postpone the event or keep present date? All right, let me check. It's saying don't postpone the event. Don't. Whoa. As far as the event being a success, it's telling me it's possible if everybody comes through with their part in the event. But you can trust at least one person to get things done. As far as it being like a total success, I would say not really, but it does say that you can trust that at least some people will come through, or the event will be like a. I'm getting that it's going to be like a 50-50 thing, where it can be good and it can be bad, or it's going to have its good sides and its bad sides to the event. Let me just read this again. He said, "Will it be success? Will it be a success if I keep the date as it is?" So I'm getting that it can be to a certain point. Like it can be good, and it can also be have its ups and downs. So I'm not gonna say a total success, but it can be at least like something where you're like, okay, it's good. It's not that wasn't that bad. At least it was okay. But as far as it being like a total success, I would say no. But then I would say that at least doing it, it's a 50-50 thing, which will be okay. So it's saying don't cancel it and just go with the date that you have, but it won't be as good as you anticipate or as be good as you want. Now, I asked if if you yourself are going to be happy with the overall outcome of the event, and it says yes. So you might not be happy with certain things, but you yourself will be happy with the overall outcome of the event, if that makes sense. See, I have to ask things in a different way. So even though you might not get exactly what you anticipated, but it's saying you yourself will be happy with what happens. Like you yourself, you'll be happy with what you've done and how you have succeeded. But if it involves a good bit of people, then some of those people might make it to where you're like, what the fuck, But at least you're going to be happy, and that's pretty much all that matters. That's why I wanted to ask that if that's the case. So yeah, that's nice. You're welcome. No problem. What's the matter? Hmm? You okay? You don't get tired of sleeping all day and bullshitting all day? Huh? What you doing? You're naughty. You know you're naughty? You're naughty every day. She's like, no, I'm not. Oh, you mean the bucket hat? Yeah, I had to use it because I cut the grass yesterday. The time you said I found Phil's weed, you can't smoke that shit now. It's fucking unless it was night. It was packed in nice. If it's still good, you sell that shit. Yeah, I know it's over 5 years old. Shit. Yeah, I know. That's why I say you can sell it. You got that 5 year chronic. Yeah, I actually used that hat yesterday to work, so it's all sweaty. So it's in my laundry basket, I think, or wherever I put it. Yeah, that's true. You can't, you know. When my friend had cancer, she ate the gummies, and she said she just couldn't do it. She said it didn't really make any difference. But I told her that when you have cancer, you can drink like Gatorade and a lot of water and stuff, and put those electrolytes in your body and make you feel a little charged up and make you feel a little better. But it's not gonna heal you, obviously. You know that ain't gonna happen. All right, Sophie, no problem. Good night. Take care. Okay, cool. I'll be here hopefully. It rained here pretty much on and off all day. But now it's not. I don't know if it's raining anymore. Let me see the weather. It says mostly cloudy with showers. Uh, yeah, we got some rain around the area, some showers, nothing serious. Yeah, I knew I heard something outside, like water dripping. Oh, good lord! I didn't know that, Tanya, but now I know. See, you're so informative. Dan, it's your birthday, brother. I would like to give you a oracle card message, if you accept it as my gift to you. I would like to pull you like a message. I know you don't like readings and all that type of shit, but unless you want to ask me a question, you can ask me a question, or I can give you like an oracle card or something. Dad says, that's sweet. Anything sweet around here is some damn cake. You can go with the O card. All right, cool, perfect. I was already pulling it out. Pause. All right, I'm gonna give you a card from this deck. It's called the Sacred Spirit Reading Cards. All right, let's see what we get. It's my birthday card to you, brother. Do you have like a garage or something outside, or like a shed outside your home? Like a place you put stuff or whatever, like a shed or a garage or something like that outside of your home? And the reason I ask, because I see spirit in like this little like this place. It looks like a shed or a garage. And okay. And is there like a glass window that you wind out and it goes out like this? Or is there like a rectangle window that you open and let air in? You said a shanty greenhouse. Oh, greenhouses have windows in it. So maybe that's what I see. I see like a window. It's more like surrounded with plexiglass. Ah, maybe that's what they're trying to show me. A place with glass, or a place with like you can see through it. Hmm. Ah, okay. No wonder. Yeah, I got you. Because I feel like, because when I was shuffling the cards, I can see somebody like peeking out of a window and watching, like like there, I can see them like looking through a window. I see like a person looking out of a window. Did your mom have like did your mom have like curly hair? Well, I know women change their hair all the time, right? But I can see like a woman with like kind of curly hair. I don't know if that's what you call curly, but anyway, I see a woman looking out the glass, and like she has like like kind of bushy, somewhat curly hair. It might not be your mom. It could be like a grandma or something, or another person. Because the woman I see has like kind of like curly, bushy hair. And she's looking through the glass. And it might not even, it could be like your wife's grandma or mom if they had curly, bushy hair. Like, way in like 70s, how women had like really, really thick, like afro looking hair, but it was like curly and bushy. You know what I mean? Like, how you see like Soul Train and you saw those women with the bushy, curly hair, like that's what it looks like. That's the only reason why I noticed it, because I'm like, damn, that woman's got a lot of hair. Like bushy, curly hair. I can tell that they're from like the 70s. Like even maybe later than that. Yeah. Noni? Manana? Your grams? Okay, well there you go. Looks like grandma's in the greenhouse. She's looking up. But if that's your grandma, if that fits the description, that's probably her then. Are you having fun over here? You have to aggravate me every time you come on in. I come online. My dog just got up and was skating all over the place. Go lay down. Okay? Go lay down. Why you gotta aggravate me now of all times? This damn dog. Let me just pause here for a minute. I just gotta give this damn dog some water. Hold on a sec. Move. Come on. I know what you want. Come on. You have to aggravate me now, don't you? You're a fucking nuisance. Go ahead. Go drink your water. Fucking nuisance. All right, so I do see this spirit, this grandmother of yours at the like the greenhouse area. I see that person there peeking out the window or out the glass. So if there's a window there, I would say like they look through the window and see if the glass, if it's just all glass with no windows, then I could see the person like looking through the glass at times. All right. So your oracle card, right? Your oracle card is number 2. It says Ascended Masters create open communication. So let's see what it says. It says, right now, you are required to connect to a higher wisdom previously shared with a collective purpose. Daily rituals and routine are essential in establishing stability through decision-making processes. Open your mind and vision signs and to visions and signs and symbols from the ascended master realm. Many masters are associated with animals and symbols. Pay attention to art and imagery that you may feel emotionally or strongly connected to right now, as you are being guided divinely. Be consciously aware that the masters are working behind the scenes in your life to achieve a greater outcome. Karmic planning and your unique energetic blueprint require certain learning experiences and events for you to grow and expand your soul and spirit into a new state of awareness. Your affirmation in this card, it says, I am a clear channel of divine knowledge. I share this wisdom with compassion and confidence. So now that you know grandma's in the greenhouse, when you go over there, you can say, hey, grandma, Mark told me you're over here in my greenhouse. You know, he said I can connect with you if you want. So if you want to talk to your grandma in spirit in the greenhouse, just, make sure nobody thinks you're crazy because they can see through the glass. But if you naturally talk to yourself in the greenhouse and talk to the plants, they'll think you're just talking to the plants. Or you could use that as your excuse, so nobody thinks you're gonna see now. You're welcome, Dan. I'm actually happy that spirit came through for you because I think I read for you a long time ago. Spirit came through, I think. But yeah, sometimes they come through when I'm when I close my eyes and shuffle the cards for someone. Yeah, there you go. The neighbor's dog would tilt his head. Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. You said, "Will it be fruitful for you to continue pursuing writing the bio of LF?" All right, let's see. Hmm. Well, Marilyn, it says that you can, like, if you continue, it will be fruitful for you to continue pursuing the bio, and it's also, and also you can still also do other things as well. But it's saying that if you do this, there could be like someone having an ulterior motive, or like it's saying that if you do this, you got to be aware that some people will be okay with it and some people will not be okay with it. But it's saying overall that you can get a fruitful outcome of this. It's showing that you can, but it also shows me that you got to like beware of like any help offered to you, because whatever you do, make sure you're not getting any extra help from somebody else, because they're going to want the fruitful benefits as well, if that makes sense. So that's the thing. Try not to get tricked into like, you personally can benefit fruitfully from it, but make sure like you have someone that you can trust that won't take some of those fruitful, things from you, if you know what I mean. But you can put your energy in other product projects as well. But it's saying if you continue to pursue this, writing this bio, you can gain from it, but make sure that you gain from it and not other people, like more than one person gain from it. Or if somebody tries to get gain from it, they're only trying to trick you to get some gain. So be aware of that. Brian, thanks for the super chat. You said, I answered this for you yesterday, Brian. I'm still getting that it might not be all of them together. Like I got yesterday, it says that some might come, some might not. But as far as you like Jeff, Chris, and your dad, like that, it doesn't tell me that everybody's gonna go. It tells me that maybe one person's gonna go, maybe two persons are gonna go. Out of the three, it's not gonna be all three, but it can be one of the three or two of the three, but it's not gonna be all three. That's what I'm getting. Now it also tells me that it's gonna be difficult for this to happen. And the reason it's difficult is because there's like one of these people or two of these people got to overcome a situation in order to make it happen. Like they got to go above and beyond to get to this jam session, and it might interfere with their personal life or their personal plans. But there is a possibility it can happen. It's not. I wouldn't rule it out completely, but it's going to be like a last minute decision where for all three of these people to be there, it's gonna be like a last minute decision. So I wouldn't say it's not gonna happen, but if it is, it's not gonna be all three, but it can be two of the three or one of the three. So I don't think it's gonna like everybody's gonna be there. Yeah, it's telling me that two out of the three can come possibly. I don't know. Like I asked about each individual person. It says your dad is a possibility. It says that Chris can probably come, but Jeff is still up in the air. So that's why I'm not getting a absolute yes for every single person. The only person I'm really getting a yes for is like this person, Chris, is probably gonna come for sure. But Jeff and your dad, I would say that's still up in the air. I still got like a yes for your dad, but he's still like your dad is like a so-so. He's like on the fence. I asked about him first, and it said maybe because he doesn't want to have any conflict with anybody. So if he goes, it might cause conflict. If he doesn't go, it's gonna cause conflict. So he's kind of figuring out why if he can go or if he should go. Chris person, I got like a yes, and for Jeff, I got like no or maybe. So that's why I'm not getting a total yes for everybody. They're still like thinking about it, or they still have to like make sure the there's like a way that they can go or a way they can do it. No problem, Brian. Thank you. Hopefully it works out. If I were you, I would just call each and every one of them and say, "Hey, are you coming?" And see what they say. If you're comfortable doing that, that's how you're only really gonna know. Well, this person YJ is probably the person that I saw in the previous reading I just did for you. Because I'm getting that you can't trust this person, and this person wants something from it, and this must be the person that I saw, because it was a woman that was reversed. So I would say that this is the person that, if she helps you, right? Because remember, I said that this person might want something out of it, even though they're helping you. They want a piece of the pie. So I'm getting the same thing in the cards, that you can't trust this person, and they will want something from it because they're hooking you up with the person. But that's what you should do, is, if she's saying that she can contact this person for the bio, then you got to put it on the table before she does. Because if she's going to contact this person to get the bio done, then obviously she wants some benefit off of it or some recognition. So if you're okay with that, then I would say, if you're going to do this for me, what do you want out of it? Like, put her on the spot. Just outright tell her, like, what do you want from me? If you get this person for me, then what do you want from it? I need to know now, and put it in writing, or put it in an agreement, that this is the only thing you want out of it. That's what I would do if I was you. Because from what I'm seeing here, that this person can try and get, you know, as much as they can from you. But if you put it on the table now, maybe it'll change the outcome. Capiche? So to answer your question, she's not a person that you can really trust. And she would want something out of it for her own personal gain, yes. I didn't get nothing good on that person. And I already saw it before that. So that confirmed it, that it's her. That's why it came out in the beginning. Can't make this shit up. So if I were you, I would say, look, if you're gonna do this for me, what exactly do you want? You need to tell me now. And if they say, no, 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 I don't want anything, then you gotta make sure you record their ass, or get something in writing saying that you're not gonna, once you do this whole thing, that if it's fruitful and successful, that she can't take nothing from you, to see what she's really about. That's when you'll know if you can really trust her, which I don't think is gonna happen. So make sure when you're doing things like that, you get shit in recorded on your phone, or an actual paper. Or when you do the bio, make sure that you put that no one else but you benefits off of it. I don't know how all that stuff works, but I'll leave that in your hands. And like I tell everybody, nothing's for free. And if you get something for free, that's a good thing. Sometimes free coochie and free D can get you in trouble. Well, that's up to you. I think I've told you this in the past. I think you asked about this not too long ago. I'm sure you asked about this. You asked this question to me like maybe a week or two ago. And I think I told you the exact same thing. I could be wrong, but I think I told you that it wasn't really a good idea. That's good, Tanya. That's good. I'm happy for you. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it was. Probably Maryland. Yeah. I knew it was. I knew it was something there about that person before that I answered. See, the thing is, Maryland, is if these people know that you have the money to do it and you have like the whole thing to get it done, they're gonna want to get their hand. You know, they want you to grease their palms. They want you to give them shit too. Obviously, shit ain't gonna be for free, and you might be if you're someone who's okay with putting in money and getting money back, then that's okay. But if you like want the whole 9 yards, then you probably won't get it. Or they might just say because you ain't paying me to give the story, the full story, I'm not going to give you the full story. And even if they do pay, you pay them, they might not give you the full 9 yards. So between LF and the other person that we just checked, the YJ person, I would say they're both about money. And the reason probably why is because they know you're willing to pay, or they know that they can get money from you. So it's up to you to deal with them. But like I said, if you do deal with them, make sure you get something in writing. And then that will either scare them off and they won't do it at all. Or if or they might say, oh well, yeah, she wants shit in writing, so we gotta be legit. We can still make money off of her, but probably won't be enough. But at least we all make money, so let's do it. So it's like it's a weird situation that you can put yourself in with that. And that's why the cards also said, even if you don't do it, you can still do those other projects and not waste your time with getting, you know, giving them money and you getting money and you got to go through all that bullshit. So really, it's up to you whether or not you want to go through that. But those are the situations you might find yourself in. Because at the end of the day, people ain't gonna just give you information for free. You know, they want to make something out of it, which is what people do. People need money. People are all about money. That's their whole life is money. And I'm sure if I told you right now, hey Marilyn, I want to do a biography about you, you're gonna be like, oh, you do you? Well, you better pay me like, this amount of money if you want me to spill my beans in a biography, right? And I would do the same thing. Yeah, you want to know about me? You're gonna fucking pay me for my time. You want to do a bio of me? Okay, well, give me 5 grand right now, and as many and more copies you sell, I want 10% of each copy. You be like, oh fuck that, I'm not doing that. Then you might be like, okay, cool. So it's kind of like a situation like that where you might have to deal with it, but it's totally up to you. But that's what people do. They're all about money. Yeah, for sure, Tanya. That's exactly what he's doing. But it's good to go through all the things you need and you want and you don't want. So either way, like he already said, he doesn't mind what you do. Just make sure it's for your benefit. Well, that's the thing. If you're willing to pay her for the story, I'm sure she'll do it. But she might, she might not. Like I said, if she's not pleasant to work with, then that's where the cards say that she might not tell you the complete whole truth about it. But what does have the whole truth in it? People say that the Bible's not completely true because the Bible's been rewritten by a whole pile of morons. So we're never gonna really know. Even the Bible itself has you know, its bullshit in there too, and things that are not true, right? And everybody's bio ain't gonna be 100% true, and it can always be a joy or a headache. It could be both. It could be a headache going through the whole process and be a joy to get money out of it and be a success. So it's really entirely up to you at the end of the day. But my advice is you have to control what happens. That's the main thing. And when I mean you got to control what happens, is you got to put shit in writing so that way they don't fuck you over. Because if these people are like shady like that, you got to make some type of, you know, uh, law bond or something like that, or some type of shit where, you're going to put in all this time and energy and work, but make sure it's legit and legal to where you don't have to get, nothing bad happens. Because when you write about somebody, right, you can take that shit home and rewrite it and say that they said this and they said that, especially if they don't proofread it. I agree with you 100%. So if you already feel that way, then that should tell you, right, that's the red flag right there. You know. So that's the thing. Spirit's trying to warn you early that that's not a good idea. But like I said, you can, if you're the type of person that doesn't give a fuck and do it anyway, and go with what you feel, then that's okay too. And then you deal with whatever happens. But that's totally up to you. But throughout my years of being having my business, I've gotten rid of a lot of shady people out of my life, and now my life is so great business wise because I don't have to deal with no more idiots. The clients I have now are few, but they're good, and they treat me with respect and give me my money and no questions asked, and they don't treat me like shit like the old ones did. And when I work with other businessmen, it never worked because it was always jealousy and money involved. Money was always the problem. Oh, you're making more money than me. This is bullshit. I'm the one who got you the job, and then. The guy that gave me some work one time, he told me that this job is going to benefit me more because there's more electrical to do than there is construction. And I looked at him and I said, so why you give me the job then? Oh, I'm just saying, man, you're going to make more money than I am. I said, so what? The first job you did, you made more money than me. Did I tell you that? Did I complain about you making more money than me? I said, didn't your fucking dad or mom tell you not to ever watch someone else's money? What's that have to do anything? Since I've been working for you, you make more money than me because you're the construction guy. I'm just the electrician. So now that we have a job that you got me, that doesn't make no sense. You see, and that's why I can't deal with people like that. I'm like, fuck you. If money is on your mind all the time, then you're not the type of person I want to be with or work with. I hate people who dwell on that shit. It fucking irritates me. Like, go fuck yourself, man. I tell everybody, and I'm going to say it again. When you die, you are going to die with nothing. And Tanya just said, my my late husband's stuff is all gone. He died and all his shit is there. Correct? His money, his house, his belongings are all there. He didn't take it with him. He can't. You can only have these things in your physical presence. When you're a spirit, you have nothing. When I talk to spirit, they don't say, "Hey, Mark, look, I got fucking millions of dollars. Come die and come to us, bro. We guys could turn it up." They don't do that shit. I never even see money in fucking readings or anything like that. They don't say nothing like that to me because it don't exist. You're a spirit. There is no more money and material things. That don't work. And that's why people in this world are never gonna understand life until they understand that whole concept I just said. Yes, you need money to get shit and to do things, but never dwell on it. Money ain't everything, it's the only thing. And then you die. Okay, Marilyn, no problem. You're welcome, sweetheart. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Good night, sweetheart. Take care. I try and tell people all the time, man, this shit's here. It ain't going nowhere. Look, but my godfather passed away in the year 2000. I went out there to visit my godmother in Portugal. You know, when I arrived there, I put my suitcase down. I gave her a big hug. I told her, "I'm so sorry that your husband died. I love my uncle, my grandfather, my godfather. I'm happy. I'm happy he's in a good place and he's not suffering anymore. I know you're upset. I know it's fucked up and all that." And she goes, "First thing I want to do is I want to give you his belongings." And I'm like, "No, no, no. You keep everything." She goes, "No, no. Here's his watch. Here's a ring. And he loved you like a son. You take these two things, and I'm gonna give you some money as well to buy something in memory of him." I said, "I don't need none of that shit. It's fine. You keep it as a." She goes, "No, no, no. He wanted me to give you this." And I'm like, I didn't know what to say after that. She said that he said that when he dies, she wants me to give him. She wanted him to give me the ring and the watch and some money. And that was back in 2000 when he passed away. And then I went the following year and I was wearing the ring and the watch, and she was like crying and she was all happy because I wore it. And I still have it. I still have both items, you know. And that's the thing. And after that day, I actually know, like, that you can't take shit with you. It ain't going nowhere. You die with fucking nothing. That's why I never dwell on money and shit too much. I can have $1 million in my account right now and I wouldn't even care. It would mean nothing because if I die tomorrow, that shit's going somewhere else. All right, you want some twin flame cards? Oh, good Lord. Looks like your twin flame is a twin blame. Because the cards I got here is lying was just easier for me than telling the truth. They want to know, would you reject me? But their heart is telling me, just do it. And they also want you to know that they're in a much better headspace now. Even though they were that person, they want you to know that I'm in a much better headspace now. So even though they lied and they think you'll reject them again, and their heart is telling them just to do it, that they're in a much better headspace. So your twin flame might want you back even after lying. It's not your fault. Well, that's why it says, would you reject me? So that answer is probably yes. Oh, you lied to me, mofo. I don't care if you're in a better headspace now. What that's got to do with me? That's why it's called a twin blame, not a twin flame. They're too busy blaming themselves or you. Blaming ass mofos. They blame me too. They blame me for everything. It's always Mark's fault. Mark did this. Mark's mean. Mark told me this and Mark told me that. Shut the fuck. I didn't tell you none of that shit. You're lying. You're lying. Where's your proof, man? I don't have any. Exactly. Shut your ass up. Don't come to me unless you got proof. But, no. Only but as I want to smack yours. That's about it. You know what I mean? A third party would be funny. Yeah. I don't want no third parties. I don't want nobody. I honestly, I love being by myself. What the fuck is this? Oh, the way I be answering myself? Yeah, I know. I like doing that. I know you noticed. Oh, shit. Put that over there. Oh, if the hospital is quiet, that's a good thing because when my dad was in the hospital in April, he said it was so loud he barely got any sleep. I said, that's because you're in Bermuda. They're a bunch of jackasses. Them stupid assholes ain't gonna sleep. They want to make noise and be a fucking nuisance. I told my dad, how can you hear the noise if you're fucking deaf? Huh? I said, exactly. That's what I meant. I told my mom and dad, you guys have selective hearing. You hear what the fuck you want. Don't you say that to me. I said, well, it's the truth. Oh, I'm sure. I tell my mom every time. I say, you hear what you want to hear. You see what you want to see. You say your vision's not good, but you still can see that fucking woman over there that you don't like. You still see the price on that shit is $12.99, and you ain't gonna get it. Then when I say, oh yeah, this and issue is, I heard that. I say, yeah, see, you hear what you want to fucking hear. But when I say something else, you said, oh, I didn't hear you. Yeah. She got so mad at me. Oh my God. She look at me like, you think I'm dumb? I said, no, I know you're dumb, but you know, it's cool. Don't you talk to me like that. I said, Mom, it's not because you're 79 years old 20 years ago, you were the same person you are today. Now, I don't say the F word to my parents. Hell no. I would never. They would never forgive me for that. I've never said to them like "fuck you" or "fuck off" or "you're fucking deaf" or I don't speak to that like that to my parents, you know. But I'll say, you know, if I'm outside and like, you know, something happens, I'll be like this fucking thing, and they'll hear me, but they, you know, they know it's not directed to them. I'm talking about the lawnmower not starting, or you know, a fucking bird shit on my car. I'll be like this fucking bird. They'll hear me say it, but I'll never say it to them though. That's one thing in my house. That's a word in my house that never got said. If anybody said the F word in my house, they was getting their ass beat. But yeah, I'm not an elephant, and I wasn't born yesterday. And my no, I wouldn't know. What is this saying now? You think I'm dumb, and my mom is. You think my mom is, and what? I fuck. I can't even remember what I used to say. Shit. I'm trying to think of it now. You got me thinking about that saying that I say with the elephant. You think I was born yesterday and my mom was an elephant? That's what it is. Or you think I'm dumb and I was born yesterday and my mom was an elephant and gave birth to me today? I got that from a friend of mine when I was working with him. But see, he said it in Portuguese, so I had to translate it into English. In Portuguese, he said, "If you think I'm dumb and I was born today, then you must think my mom is an elephant and gave birth to me." That shit was funny. When he first said that, I was fucking dying. Fucking ass. I don't even speak to that guy no more, unfortunately, for him. It's crazy when you think about all the people you've met in your life and the people you no longer speak to anymore. Do you ever think about that? Does it like bother you? That's my question to you guys in the chat. Like, does it bother you that you don't speak to certain people anymore? Or like, do you just say, fuck it, I don't care? Like, who gives a shit? Or it depends, you know? Thanks, Tanya. I appreciate it. Not at all, and their chapter's done. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. I feel like I only select people that I really think about, but I don't really dwell on it, you know? I know it's done. But like there's some people I don't speak to, but if I see them face to face, I'll just nod my head and be like, "Hey, what's up, cool?" Or "Hey, how you doing?" Or whatever. Or, "Hi." Yeah. That's it. No like conversation. Like it's yesterday, right? I saw this guy I used to work with, right? And he doesn't speak to me no more, and I don't speak to him. But we saw each other face to face, and we goes, "Yeah, what's up?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, cool?" And he just walked off. Right? We say, "What's up?" or whatever, or, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatever, "Hi," but that's it. It's just really quick, like 2 seconds. That's it. Well, you know the saying they say, Dan, is you need 6 people at the end of your life. There's 6 people to carry your coffin to your grave. That's what the old people used to say here. They used to say all you need is 6 good people in your life, 6 people to carry you to the grave. And I was like, what the fuck you mean 6 people? Only 2 people can, only 4 people can carry my grave. I ain't that big, you know. Shit. And they just laughed at me. I said, look, I'm just trying to narrow it down from 6 to 4. I got 4 strong friends. I don't need 6. That's too many damn people. 4 is good enough. Maybe 5, one on standby, or one dumbass to carry my ashes. There you go. I never thought about that, Dan. You got that in my brain now. Shit. Dang. I don't really want to be cremated. I don't really like the fact that people get cremated. I think it's kind of weird. I think that you burning your body is like you burning in hell, you know? That's how I look at it. I don't know if that's kind of harsh, but I kind of don't like the fact that people get cremated because I think that you're burning yourself, you know? You're burning your body. And fire is to do with hell, and I don't really want that, you know? I have a different outlook on those things. But I don't want nobody to take that personally because some people think that by having their ashes it's a sentimental thing and they're not in a board box, you know. So I can understand the whole concept of it and wanting to have that, you know. But my opinion is like I would not want that for myself. But some people don't have a choice. Like people during COVID didn't have a choice. You got cremated because there was nowhere to put you. So it all depends. You really don't have a choice sometimes, you know. Yeah, see, you had 9 people. Shit. Now I wish everybody a long life in here. I really do. That's if you want it, though. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't. I mean, like I said, some people like during COVID, I think didn't have a choice. Or I think that some people, I don't know how it works because I don't really like thinking about that type of stuff. I don't really like thinking about death and things like that. But, you know, yeah. But, that's the thing. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't really care at all about those things sometimes because I know at the end of the day, your spirit is what matters. Whether you get cremated or you get put in a box, in a coffin, and you get buried, either way, your spirit's gone already. Your spirit left your body, so your body is your body. Ain't nobody ever gonna see that shit again. So whether it's cremated or it's in the box forever and goes into burns and then disintegrates, however it happens, right? At the end of the day, it's a choice. But the main thing is your spirit lives. Yeah. So it's a choice whether or not you want that. I know a guy here that they took him out to sea and they disposed of him out to sea because that's how he wanted to die. He wanted to be put in the ocean. And I was like, oh, hell no. No, no. You can get put out there, not me. Mm-mm. I was like, hey, so be it. You do what you got to do. But everybody has a choice and a wish and a way to leave the earth. But what they fail to realize is that shit don't even matter. That's a personal choice. What matters is your spirit lives forever. Well, it doesn't live forever, in my opinion, because some people go to hell and their spirit's gone into the fire pit where it belongs. I don't know. I can't really say because I don't really know because I don't know. And I won't know until I'm actually in spirit form, which I don't want to be anytime soon. But, I think that's another subject that is can be talked about for hours on end. But hey, we'll see. Just writing something down. Give me a second before if I just remembered something. I have to write it down. If I don't write it down, I'm not gonna remember. Cool. Gotcha. I'm glad you enjoyed your birthday, Dan. That's good to hear, bro. I'm glad. I'm glad. I was saying that before you got here. I said I hope Dan had a good birthday. Well, Tanya, I know that more now than ever because this year, especially, God's put me here every day, pretty much. And I think it's absolutely nuts how this has all happened to me, which I didn't really expect. If somebody told me the beginning of the year that I'm going to be doing this shit every day all year till now, I would have told them they're fucking nuts. That I ain't going to be on here every day. It ain't going to happen. But it's almost like God puts me here on purpose. And it's weird, crazy, and unexpected, but I feel like I actually, you know, belong here more now. And I don't know, it's a weird feeling and it's a weird situation that I thought that I would never find myself in. I don't really want to be here every day. I rather work and be in my workshop and do shit. But it seems like I can do that, but I always get pulled here more. Hey, love and life, how you doing? You good? But like I said, if somebody told me in January that I'm gonna be here more often and be here almost every day doing readings for people and having fun and talking to all sorts of people and be here till all these hours. I've been on here for almost 3 hours and I don't even realize it. But I would have told them I don't want to be here like that. It's almost like I don't have a choice. It's like when I do make a choice, it still comes back here. So I would agree with you that now I feel like I'm needed here. But the only thing that I get upset with is the crazy people. And I shouldn't have to like babysit them and I shouldn't have to tell people about themselves all the time. I shouldn't have to repeat myself or, tell someone to fuck off and leave me alone. We're all adults, and I think that you should know better by now. But some people just you gotta fucking tell them off and shit. That's the only downfall of coming on here. Sometimes I always have to deal with some fucking you know dumbass person that's my age or close to my age or around my age, And it's like, what planet are you living on? Like, why are you so dumb? Like, or why you have to be a pain in the ass every fucking day? Like, those are the any issues I have, you know. But otherwise, that I don't really have much to complain about. A lot of people don't bother me, and that's why I'm still on here because I have fun. I love you guys more than you think, and not only because not only the people that get readings, it's the people that come in here and have actual fun and have intelligence and have a social conversation and like to help and like to be cool and not be a pain in the ass and and not be clogging up the chat room with their fucking bullshit. you know People who are kind and generous like yourself and actually help. And I want to thank you for helping Sophie today with that whole incident, because that whole thing. And I'm glad you intervened and helped, because I don't know too much about that shit. See, people got to understand, I don't live in America. So I don't know your rules and your laws and what how things are out there. I just know how things are here. So that's why specific things need to be answered in a specific way. But you've helped out many times with situations and help people understand what's going on. And see, that's why it's good to have people in here who have experienced what people are asking about and say, hey, look, if you want my advice, do this, this, and this, or I can help you do this, this, and this. And that's why we get rewarded with life, and good things. But people don't understand that they're helping and not even realize they're helping. You never know what Tanya knows. But I'm glad you know a lot. You're very knowledgeable and you know a lot of shit about stuff that I don't know about. And that's the thing. Like I like learning shit. I can next time something like that happens, I said, oh well, my friend Tanya told me this. She said it goes this way and that way because she did it. Oh well, cool. Okay, thanks for telling me, Mark. See, I can use your knowledge to help somebody else. And that's why I'm a smart cookie. You know, you gotta learn from somebody. I love learning new things every day. I really do. And Dan says pretty much you and Marty's where I can be Dan. I'm too raunchy and real to be most people. Well, Dan, I just pray that we're all okay all the time. I really do. Because there's not too many people that, that you can like say, hey, we have a good time, or we accept you, or we like you, we love you, we respect you, we want to learn from you, things like that. And one thing I like about being on here is there's different cultures, different ages, different people from different places, and we all get along. And we all have we can all like joke around, and people are not getting like offended and shit. You know, that's what I like the most. I don't know how people put up with me teasing them, but they keep coming back even if I tease them. So I guess it's okay then. They're okay with it. Some people take that shit serious. Mark's indirectly disrespecting me. No. If I'm gonna disrespect you, I'm gonna disrespect you. But if I'm teasing you, that means I'm only teasing you. Dad said, "Don't put the fork in the toaster, Tanya. Don't act up." Oh shit. It ain't easy. Oh boy. Now, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's almost midnight. I'm glad you stopped by, Dan, on your birthday. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you had a good one. Eat a piece of cake for me, but check your sugar levels, of course. Tanya, thanks for helping out today. I appreciate you. We helped each other today, so that's good. I helped you with your messages. You helped me with Sophie's reading and stuff. And Dan had a good birthday, so that's a blessing. I had a good day today. I didn't have to cook. My sister, my mom cooked lunch for me, and my sister cooked dinner for me. So I had a good day all around. I didn't even have to cook. No dishes, no nothing. The only dishes I have is my cup of coffee. That's it, and my spoon to put my sugar and mix my milk in there. So it's a good day. And I got leftovers, and I just burped up some more. And I got nice sleep last night, and hopefully I get some more tonight, and I'll be happy. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to take my mom to this other grocery store that's like 20 minutes away from here. She said my dad can't drive that long because from his house to the place is like maybe 25 minutes, half an hour. So I told my mom I'm going to come to her house, grab her car and her, go to the store, and then come back. And I told her I want to take her to the outlet place so we can get like a case of water for her and my dad. So I'm going to pick up my mom tomorrow morning. Hopefully it's not raining. And I can take her shopping tomorrow. We guys can go do what we got to do. And the best news I got all day is that the Hurricane Erin is not going to affect Bermuda at all. So we'll see. Things change, weather changes, but as of right now, it says that it's supposed to come by here Wednesday and Thursday. We're supposed to get a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain, and that's it. Nothing drastic or tragic. And it's not going to hit anywhere else, apparently. So that's a blessing. So I prayed and prayed for that hurricane not to hit anybody, especially me. And it looks like it's going to end up that way. And let's hope it stays that way. So, anyway, yes. Oh, that's as long as it was good for you, Tanya. That's all that matters. I've been on here for 3 hours, so obviously it had to be this good for me to be on here this long. We were just missing our favorite redneck. I haven't seen Marley. I haven't seen Marley all day, but I'm sure she's probably busy. I think uh, I think Emmy had something to do with the band probably this weekend, so I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at some point. I'll probably come on like lunchtime tomorrow. Oh, hey, Lucky, how you doing? Oh, nice, good. Yeah, it's not coming here. We're good. It's a hurricane, not a typhoon. We don't get typhoons. We get hurricanes. But yeah, it's not coming here, thank God. It's going to be far away from us, but we're still going to feel some little effects, but nothing serious. But I'll keep everybody informed. This is the week it's coming, so apparently it's going to come like Wednesday or Thursday. It's going to come by us, but it's not going to do anything. So yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I've been on here for 3 hours and my ass is hurting. I need to go get up and walk around and take my dog to go pee and go to sleep. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow and have a good Monday and the rest of your Sunday. Take care, Dan. Lucky, Tanya, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Rudy, if you can hear me, hope you feel better and good luck on your surgery tomorrow if you have it.